First Timothy 6:11. But thou, O man of God, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. I'll repeat it again. First Timothy 6:11. But thou, O man of God, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. But before I share anything about this scripture, I want us to look at verse 9 and verse 10. And in 1 Timothy 6:9 says, but they that will be rich shall fall into temptation and a snare, and its many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. And chapter 10 says, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which some have coveted after they have erred from their faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Basically, what chapter 11 was talking about was that flee the love for money and flee the love for desire to being rich. And he says, follow after these things rather. Let's follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience. And here the Bible is actually telling us what to do. Instead of following riches and our desire for the love of money, he says, flee from the desire of searching for money. Flee from the desire of desiring to be rich. And rather follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience. And if you want to know what the will of God is, basically the Bible is the will of God. So the will of God for our lives is not to follow after money. It's not to love money. The will of God, the will of God for our lives is not to desire to be rich, but rather to follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, and meekness. Thank you very much.